Everybody gossips a little bit, but too much gossip can really create problems for friends. Even God in the Bible had a special commandment about thou shalt not gossip.
I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Is gossiping a sin? Yes. Father O'Rourke answered her. Yes. You've borne false witness against your neighbor. You've played fast and loose with his reputation, and you should be heartily ashamed.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
I want you to go home. Take a pillow up on your roof. Cut it open with a knife, and return here to me. So the woman went home, took a pillow off her bed, a knife from the drawer, went up the fire escape to her roof, and stabbed the pillow.
Backstabbing lies can be told to slander and hurt people behind their backs, and it hurts the reputation.
Did you gut the pillow with a knife? He says. Yes, Father. And what was the result? Feathers, she said. Feathers, he repeated.
Words and feathers are easily scattered, but not easily gathered up. And actually, hurtful lies and slander, they're even harder to deal with because they can spread so quickly. They can spread around, through the air, it seems, person to person, ear to ear, that these hurtful concepts, these lies, these slanders, they can affect things and affect people. They can help people to ruin their elections. They can cause people to ruin their lives. And they really can hurt, and we really need to pay attention and use critical thinking before we start telling lies.
Now, I want you to go back and gather up every last feather that flew out on the wind. Well, she said, it can't be done. I don't know where they went. The wind took them all over.
You see, people like to talk to relieve their boredom. And they like to talk about things. And when they talk about lies and rumors, they spread really quickly. And they can do an awful lot of damage. So we need to watch.
And that, said Father O'Rourke, is gossip.
In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Say, I heard an interesting tidbit about Howard and Bernadette.
Really, Amy? Gossip? I'm disappointed in you.
Now. Evolutionary biologist Robin Dunbar has identified gossip as an aid to social bonding in large groups.
Forgive my language, but poppycock.
The human being is a social animal. And as a social animal, he wants to communicate. He wants to share. He wants to be able to network. And oftentimes, he will be spreading something that he might not even know is untrue. But communication and networking is a deep part of humanity.
What if he's right? And by not participating in gossip, society breaks down into small feral bands of tattooed motorcycle riders fighting to the death over the last few cans of tuna fish.
Fine. In the parlance of the urban music scene, what's the 411?
Well, the bottom line is that people will gossip and people will talk, and they will talk behind people's backs. So we really try to get people to be more straightforward and not to say something that they wouldn't say to somebody's face. But that oftentimes is very difficult. People don't really want to do that.
We all know about the womanizing and the drinking jags and the trips to San Badoo. But dirt is good for them. They want the dirt because they want to have something to print.
I'd like to know what the hell is going on here.
20 million readers want the truth, Eddie.
Truth, yes.
Eddie.
You're not getting married, it's just talk.
Did everybody know about this but me?
There's nothing to know, it's just gossip.
So, what is the scuttlebutt? Anybody hear anything? Nothing? I got a little something. I don't know if I should say.
So just keep it to yourself.
Marty, you ain't gonna tell nobody about this, right?
Oh, sure, Riz. Look, I'll take it to the grave, okay? Coming through. Come on, lady with the baby.
What's up? Stanley is having a midlife crisis. Stanley is having an affair.
What?
I am very happy right now. Thrilled, perhaps, to be a part of the office, to be a part of the conversation.
Oftentimes the gossiper is somebody who's trying to draw attention to themselves. They don't care about whether it's a lie, whether it hurts anybody. They're trying to create attention for themselves, like we see here. And we have to understand that they don't use critical thinking. It's something that we have to do. But also recognize that who gossips to you will also gossip of you. So you always have to recognize that gossipers gossip, haters hate, liars lie, cheaters cheat. And we have to recognize to try to get around this.
When you have somebody's attention and their eyes are lighting up because they are very interested in what you have to say, that is a great feeling. And I experienced that firsthand today. It is wonderful to be the center of attention.
Did you hear about Angela? That's pretty weird.
Yeah. What do you mean exactly?
They're cultural commentators. I'm not a gossip columnist.
How many backstabbing criminals does it take to put in a light bulb? Well, it's a trick question. You see, criminals like this, backstabbers, gossipers, they fear the light.
How do you untell something? You can't. You can't put words back in your mouth.
Kelly has an eating disorder?
Yeah.
She always eats my lunch.
Anorexia. She's an anorexic.
We should do something.
Nothing can be done.
A dressmaker? Is that so? But Father, I have heard that many of your brethren in the church are actually sissy boys.
And I've heard that Diacaldi is actually a trained gorilla. But who would believe such nonsense?
Yes, a lot of this is nonsense. We really need to use some critical thinking, apply some logic. And also, if you're talking about somebody else, you should try to do it to their face and understand so that we can get around this idea and dispel gossip.
Has everyone heard a crazy rumor about themselves today?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Let's discredit these rumors.
I need to do mine first. Who's been saying that there's another person inside of me, working me with controls?
I heard that from Andy.
I heard it from Aaron.
How many small-minded bigots does it take to change a light bulb? Well, it's a trick question also. You see, small minds, they fear change. So this is what we need to recognize, is that gossips sometimes don't really know what they're doing. And we really need to go back to people's face and really deal with actual truth and critical thinking to try to understand how to help people better. Wise, intelligent people seldom participate in gossip. They know better.